essential that is to this. Oop, we've got one more friend joining us. Cool. Hi, Reva. Awesome. Okay. So get your phone out of the way if you need to. I'll be keeping track of the time. And we start this class out with meditation, then we do some kind of sun salutations, and then we close with Shavasana, and it's gonna fly by. So getting yourself started right now, anchoring to the floor, connecting your sits bone to the earth, and really feeling connected to the energy of the ground. Maybe you want to pull energy up from the ground. Maybe there's something you want to surrender into it. And feeling the elongation of your spine and relaxing down of your shoulders. And I've been reading the text by Emily's Encouragement, Love and Rage. It's also been recommended. It just keeps coming up. So I did start reading it by Lama Rod Owens. And he has a methodology called Snow Owl. Maybe you've heard it. I'm plugging in my microphone. And methodology for meditation is see it, name it, own it, experience it, let it go, and then let it float. And I know a lot of you have a meditation practice already, and it's kind of easy to memorize that Snow Owl. But I want to really encourage you with the let it float part. That was really like eye-opening for me. Like give yourself the space to step back and like experience that emotion or whatever that comes up. And it helps with the perspective of the thing that you're experiencing. And I'll talk about that again for a final Shavasana. But if you want to use that now. And over the next few breaths, slowly begin to make your way into child's pose, Balasana. Bringing the toes to touch. Knees can be extended or together. Arms out long in front of you or maybe at your sides. And taking a moment right now to ground in your physical experience. Take in any colors in the room, the lighting, any pets or external distractions, the temperature of your skin. And then notice the breath, intake of oxygen, expansion of your lungs, the diaphragm moving down, and then the release and the emptying sensation. And we'll engage the Ujjayi breath. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth, HA. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. And continuing with the Ujjayi breath. And with the 30 minutes you've carved out in your morning, bringing the practice of mindfulness with you, trying to respond instead of react which is so, I like don't want to like make that sound easy. It is so challenging, and our yoga mat is really a training ground to participate, and maybe we'll succeed in carrying it off the yoga mat. More often than not, in reflection, I find myself on the opposite end, but knowing that it is a practice, and with time, everything takes practice. And gently press yourself up into a tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, finding a sense of neutrality in the spine. Crown of the head is forward, tailbone is back, and we'll flow through flexion and extension, cat-cow. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, cat pose, rounding, doming, tucking. Inhale, cow pose, sending the tail up, gaze up, chest up. And exhale, cat pose, press and round, dome and tuck. And continue your own breath to movement. Cow is the extension, and cat is the flexion. Inhaling and exhaling, flowing your own breath, and maybe adding intuitive movement. Notice if the body is asking for a certain something. Maybe something you do every class. It may be something new and different, but starting to engage with the language of the body. And gently over the next few breaths, we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Inhale to tuck under your toes. And exhale to press back to a downward facing dog. You can bend one knee when you get there, the other knee, walking out the dog. Taking a moment to connect to your hands, feeling the knuckle mound, and especially the index finger and the thumb rooting into the earth. A fanning of your fingertips. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees a lot so you can feel your tailbone going up towards the ceiling, the lengthening of the spine, the activation of your arms pressing into the mat. And then slowly let the heels drip down and work towards straightening the legs. Connecting into the breath. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Inhale, look to the front. And exhale, move their forward fold. Come to Ragdoll Uttanasana. Bring your feet hips width distance. And bend one knee, the other knee. And we're going to do a little bit of twisting action. If you have a block or a book around, it may be a helpful assistant. You can also use just the floor. But go ahead and bend your right knee a lot. Maybe bring a micro bend in the left knee. Plant the right palm and inhale, open twist towards the left. Left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Right ribs over, right, left ribs under. Left ribs over, right ribs under. And exhale, release, bend the left knee a lot. Plant the left palm down. Open twist towards the right. There may be a micro bend in the right knee. It may be all the way straight. And flowing breath to movement. Inhale to expand. Exhale, plant the right palm, open twist towards the left. And continuing your own breath to movement. Going as slow or as fast as you need to go. And valuing both speed and movement just as much as reflection and slowness. And then we'll meet back in Ragdoll. Feet are hips width distance. You can take any chosen grip here. You can keep the hands connected to the ground. Maybe you do, you're kind of latching onto that idea of earth energy, and you can pull that energy up. You may want to take a shoulder expansion or interweaving the fingers at the nape of the neck. Feeling the force of gravity and the weight of your body pull the torso down in this inversion. And choose your feet for sun salutations. You can toe heel the feet to touch, or you can leave a little distance in between the feet for more of a sense of groundedness. Either way, slowly unfurl the spine and then come to standing Samastiti, same or equal on all sides standing pose. Relax your shoulders down. Pick up the toes, plant them back down. Feel the arches in your feet. And taking a moment to feel your center point of gravity, where you calibrate to again and again with every practice. And at this point in class, I like to leave space to set intention. And your intention can be the practice of mindfulness. I am aware and I am non-judgmental and I am curious about my experience. It can be something you're trying to cultivate. We are very much at the end of the new moon cycle. And oftentimes the new moon is associated with planting new seeds and cultivating new things. So this may be, in terms of the moon cycle, a good time. I read an article the other day that, like, since Mercury and Mars are both retrograde, it's actually, it could be a tricky time to start new projects. So just taking what you will with that. I know some people like love astrology and some people don't take it as seriously, but using yourself as an indicator of what is going to be most in alignment with your needs. Inhale, breathe that in. And exhale, release it out, HA. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, circle sweep. The arms up overhead and pause here. Creating activity in your body, pressing the feet into the mat. Engagement of the legs. You can tap into the bandhas here, Uddiyana and Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha, contraction of the pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, bringing the belly button back towards your spine. Relaxing the shoulders. Inhale to find length. And exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend, shine your sternum up. Maybe let the head even fall back if it feels safe in the neck. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. You can have your knees bent, tail out. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine, lengthen the vertebrae. And exhale, top of a push-up, Dandasana staff pose. Always option to come down to knees or forearms here, whatever is going to bring you the most support. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Flatten the tops of the feet to the mat. And press the tops of the feet into the mat as well as the pelvis. Keeping the hands light. Inhale, cobra pose. Bhujangasana, lift your head, neck, and chest. And exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra pose. Bhujangasana, lift the head, neck, and chest. And exhale to lower. For this last time through. Oh, this clock is going off. For this last time through, if you would like to tend to your fingers and bring the elbows up towards the ceiling. Your fingers are almost like little spider legs. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale to lower. Okay, I lied. One more. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Bring the palms back close to your chest. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And connect to your breath. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Settling and generating a sense of gratitude for taking the time this morning to cultivate mindfulness and waking up the body in such a gentle way. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, look to the front. And exhale, move there. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine, lengthen the vertebrae. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, rise with your breath, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, shine the sternum up, broaden through the collarbones, the clavicle. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti, arms come down, return to neutral. Inhale, Urdhva, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, reset, lengthen. Exhale, top of a push-up, Dandasana staff pose. I'm going to cue us through traditional Chaturanga Vinyasa. I think all of you are familiar with this, but just in case, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Legs are engaged, heart is shining forward. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog, hips high, heels low. You are welcome to take any variation that is going to suit you in this practice. You can bring the knees down, you can take cobra to tabletop to down dog. You can skip the whole thing altogether. This is always your practice. Be your own best guide. And of course, this is a 30-minute home flow, so there won't be a million chaturangas because it's half the amount of class. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, move there, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset the spine, lengthen the vertebrae. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, rise with your breath. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend, shine the sternum up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti, arms come down. Different. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sink the weight into your hips. Plug the weight into your heels. Hands can be at heart center. Arms can be out long in front of you. You can even actually bring your hands to your lower back so you can feel the curvature of your spine, especially early on in the day. Feeling the rib cage, the soft part of your belly, the flaring of your tail here. And turning towards the intensity of this pose. It's absolutely challenging. I always thought one day it would be easy, but it's been years and it never gets easier. So how can I exist with the challenge of this pose? And just right alongside that, I'm seeing it, I'm naming it, and I'm definitely experiencing it. Trying to let it go, let it float. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale, release. Forward fold, let that sensation go. And kind of bounce it off, shake it off, bend one knee, the other knee. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth, HA. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. We're gonna go ahead and flow that series, breath to movement, one more time with the Utkatasana. And I'm hoping that we have enough time. Well, we'll see. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, move there, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, rise with your breath, sweep arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti, arms come down. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose, plug weight into hips, sink weight into heels, chest comes forward. Exhale, forward fold, dive. Down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, flow your version of chaturanga. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, HA. And go ahead and come down to all fours, onto knees into a tabletop. I wanted to get a little bit into the hips this morning. And I think there's just enough time to do what I was planning. So coming to all fours and feeling stability under your palms. We're gonna work our way into Gomukhasana legs, or cow face pose, or shoelace legs, depending on where you're coming from here. But go ahead and bring left leg behind right leg and create some distance in between your shins. And then let the hips kind of sink back. And then coming to Gomukhasana legs, or cow face pose legs, I'm gonna kind of face you here. Right leg is over the left leg. And if you're feeling any pain in the bottom knee, you can always extend that leg out long. Or if you're feeling pain in the top leg, put something in between there like a block or a pillow. Inhale to find length in your spine. And exhale, connect back to center. Feel the earth. Inhale, find length. And exhale, slowly bring the torso towards the ground on the right side. You can plant the right palm down, or you can come to right forearm. And when I bring my right forearm down, I really start to feel the side body stretching. In this lateral stretch, you can feel the tip of your hip, the iliac crest, and the floating ribs kind of peeling away from each other. You can even bring the left arm up overhead, bringing the bicep by your ear. And scanning the body, noticing sensations. And elevate the chest, come back to center. And go ahead and switch sides, either bringing left palm or left forearm down. You can bring the right arm overhead, closer to the ear, but also relaxing. That intention is never to kind of pull the arm out of its socket. So finding the appropriate range of motion, relaxing the neck, and really tapping into that side body stretch. Feeling the compression on the left side, the lengthening on the right. And go ahead and come back to center. And we're going to transition so the other leg is on top. So we're going to do that fun kind of like break dance or transition. It's not necessary, but it is kind of fun if you want to try it. Bringing both hands onto the left side of your yoga mat, and then planting the feet, engaging the legs, twisting around, and then boop. Left leg ends up on top, right leg is underneath. You can also transition in any way that's going to suit you, as long as left leg is on top and right leg is on bottom. And then from here, I thought it would be nice to do a little work into the shoulders, checking on time here. We have just a little bit of time. And if you have a scarf or a strap around, it may be a nice assistant here. Bring the right arm up, grabbing your scarf or strap if you have one. I know some people have the range of motion to touch their fingertips, and then scooping the left arm behind, finding cow face pose. And you can choose to stay like this, or you can choose to fold forward, bringing the chest towards the floor. Relaxing the jaw, unfurrowing your brow, removing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclenching the glutes. And then lift the chest. And switch sides. So if you had a strap, bringing it into the left hand, bringing that up, letting the scarf fall behind you, and with the right arm swooping that behind you. You may also have the range of motion just to grab for your fingertips. On this side, I am significantly tighter. I have a lot of space with my strap. So it's going to be different from side to side, and that's part of our practice, is connecting with our body and noticing those differences and honoring them and being there with them. And you can stay like this, or you can choose to fold forward, bringing the chest towards the floor. And gently lift the chest. Let go of the strap. And we'll take just a gentle twist here. Bring right palm on top of your left thigh and twist towards the left. And then gently twist towards the right. It might feel good to alternate the shoelace legs if you want to really quick, and twist right and twist left. And I want to leave time for Shavasana, even though this is such a quick class. And so we're going to meet on our backs in Shavasana, final rest. If you want to take any pose on the way down, maybe Apanasana, coming to a little ball, wrapping your arms around your shins, embracing all parts of yourself, and then releasing into Shavasana, final rest, letting the legs fall, arms come down, and feeling the earth, letting that be your anchor in this moment. And maybe using that acronym SNOEL, seeing it, just notice what's going on, the state you are in that moment, what it feels like to feel that, and then name it. It can be helpful to label. Is it a craving? Is it an aversion? Is it pleasure? Is it pain? Owning it, accepting it, having agency over it. Experience it in a non-reactive state. And then letting go, not bypassing or disassociating, but detaching from the mental material and relaxing our fixation on it. Trying to let it go. And this is the beautiful layer, letting it float, the continuation of letting it go. Practice the spaciousness that allows you to respond instead of getting lost in compulsory reactions. And I'll guide you up and out of the practice when it is time. You're always welcome to stay in the meditation. I'm going to guide you out to stay within the confines of 30 minutes. Begin to invite some subtle movement back into your body. Scrunching and expanding the face, maybe bouncing of the legs, any wiggles. And bring the arms overhead, stretching knees in towards your chest. And choose if you'd like to roll over onto the left or the right side, left being more lunar, more receptive, right being more active, more solar, using the bicep like a pillow. And giving yourself a moment to extend gratitude to yourself for doing this practice, for carving out this time, honoring the lineage of this practice going back to India and its roots in the Vedic texts and the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the Bhagavad Gita, all those things, honoring the Duwamish people, the land that we occupy, unceded ancestral lands, the Coast Salish, honoring those traditions that they practice and that they are carrying forward today. And we'll meet with hands at heart center in the Anjali Mudra, which represents non-dualism, the coming together of this lunar and solar energy. You can think of it like a magnet, a negative and a positive force being attracted together. And then bringing hands from the compassionate center of the heart to third eye center. We practice clarity and vision. And bowing forward to seal in your practice, honoring the full gamut of experience, both the shadowy and the light aspects of self. Thank you so much for being here, and peace. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Greta. I hope